Iyabingelela mbukeli intokazi yakwaMantshinga liyabingelela ihlabanga lelimhlophe qwa intokazi yale ondini ngasesishamthetho sesifundazwe esidala kusile bo sifikile ke nathi sizokwethulela ingqayizivele yohlelo Ekhaya Jikelele silapha ukuze phela sabelane ngolwazi nangezinto ezigqugquzela nje zithatha impilo yakho ziyise phambili usaqala kunyaka mbukeli vuka uyithathe awuvuka uyithintithe ungavumi ngawe yilwa ayikho inkomo yobuthongo sawubona khasimende lethu elihle nesilithanda kakhulu phakathi kwezinto esobe sikuphathele zona namhlanje udaba ke oluthinta isabelo mali esethulwe eGauteng nesokwethulwa lapha yakwaZulu Natal maduze nje sawubona zakwethu
sawubona mamtshali bukeli masibotise ngalensasa umhla we-19 kweyomdumba hey hayi yazi unyaka uphelile ibe first kaJani Zolo kodwa ngokusele singena kuMarch kwiveki ezayo insuku ziyaqenqeleka mbukeli wena ke usapholelwe ngamalanga xa ucinga ngezicwangciso zakho zalonyaka ingathi ngophakamisa unyawo mntasekhaya ngoba ukuba kunjalo uzakuthuka sele kuphulwe kanti ke mbukeli xa sijonga kwamanye amanqaku esakuphothela wona namhlanje umbutho ke iANC ide yawuthobela nomyalelo wenkundla wokuba inike iDA amaxwebhu aneenkcukacha malunga nokuchongwa kwamalungu ANC kwizikhundla zikarhulumente kwelinye icala ke mbukeli iAnglo-American Platinum ibhengeze ukuba izaxotha abasebenzi abaku 3.700 njengenxalenye ke yezicwangciso zokunciphisa iindleko zenkampani kuninzi mbukeli esikuphathele kona nezakuxhobisa ngako kule yure yokuqala yenkqubo qiniseka nje into yokubana awugungqe awugqushalazi uhlelo uthe zava bukele inkqubo oyithanda kunene Ekhaya Jikelele ndimle ke unonkanyezi inkanyezi ke enomsantsa phakathi kwezinye ekhaya bathi call owakwalibisa umadlongothi mazipha umamshukuma ozondwa ngezakhe izinto amathe ngawetyala mbukeli masijonge eziphala phambili
After more than 3 years of determined lawfare activism by the DA, we have today succeeded in our quest to force the ANC to hand over cadre deployment records dating back to the period when President Cyril Ramaphosa was chairman of the deployment committee.
I-African National Congress igcine ihlinzekile i-Democratic Alliance ngemqulu equkethe imininingwane emayelana nokujutshwa kwamalungu alo iqembu elibusayo ephalamende.
The proposed restructure is expected to impact approximately 3,700 employees.
Inkampani Anglo-American Platinum ibhengeze ukuba izaxotha abasebenzi abangama-37 njengenxalenye yesicwangciso sokunciphisa iindleko zale nkampani.
I think the one missing is obviously the Olympic Games. Not having gone in 2020, it's a big objective for the team. It's not about one individual, it's about the whole team. We have one goal, and that is to get to the Olympics.
Umqeqeshi wabanyana uthi ukubheke ngabomva amehlo ukuyodlala kwama-Olimpiki elakuleli limatasa enkanjeni njengoba lizobhekana neTanzania kokuhlunga. I-ANC sigcine iligobile uphondo yahlangabezana nomyalelo wenkantolo ukuthi ihlinzeke iDA ngemqulu equkethe imininingwane yokujutshwa kwamalungu e-ANC ezikhundleni zikahulumeni lamaqembu achithe iminyaka emithathu egqiqa enkantolo eqophisana ngalolu daba.
Isize yaphumelela imizamo ye-DA yokuthola imininingwane yokujutshwa kwamalungu e-ANC ezikhundleni kanti manje i-DA isizobhekisisa ukuthi engabe iyona yini lemininingwane.
After more than 3 years of determined lawfare activism by the DA, we have today succeeded in our quest to force the ANC to hand over cadre deployment records dating back to the period when President Cyril Ramaphosa was chairman of the deployment committee.
Umhlaziyi wezombusazwe uDokotela uFikile Vilakazi uchaze mayelana nesizathu ebesenza ukuthi iDemocratic Alliance ilokhu ifune njalo imininingwane yokujutshwa kwamalungu e-ANC ezikhundleni zikahulumeni.
Just to remember why this case is an issue for the DA, the matter was brought to court to ask the African National Congress to reveal details regarding their cadre deployment policy. And the argument that the Democratic Alliance is making is that even if the ANC is a private organization, the cadre deployment policy does have effect towards the public.
Njengoba lolu daba selibese itebenze enkantolo cishe iminyaka emithathu manje uDokotela uVilakazi uthi kufanele ngabe kade iphendulile kulolu daba iANC Uqhubeke wathi ngokwakho ukubona imininingwane yokujutshwa kwamalungu ezikhundleni kahulumeni imqoka ngoba kuyenzeka amalungu athole izikhundla ngokungafanele. Umbuzo mile uthi ngabe izoculiseka yini DA ngayo lemininingwane.
Umongameli we-ANC Cyril Ramaphosa uthi i-ANC izakuqhubeka nokwenza umsebenzi eyawuqala ngo-1994. Lo mbutho uzakunikezela ngomqulu wezithembiso zolonyulo kumabala emidlalo iMoses Mabhida eThekwini ngomgqibelo.
Umongameli we-ANC Cyril Ramaphosa uthi njengoba iqembu lizokwethula umqulu wezethembiso zokhetho ngomgqibelo enkundleni Moses Mabhida, uthi kuzomangala wonke umuntu njengoba lo mqulu wezethembiso zokhetho uzoletha inqubekela phambili kuleli. Uthi i-ANC izowahlula wonke amaqembu ezombusazwe.
Kulolu khetho osiya kulo i-ANC iwine lolu khetho. Iwadlule wonke lamapatinyana nalawa avumbuka izolo nabunini iwashaya iwabekele eceleni.
Uthi kuningi osekwenziwe i-ANC kodwa kusekuningi okufanele ikwenze.
Impilo zabantu bethu sezingconywana noma singakafiki lapho sifuna ukuya khona.
Umongameli we-ANC Ramaphosa uthi i-ANC izozishaqa zonke izifundazwe ngisho isifundazwe i-Western Cape.
I-African National Congress izoba iphethe khona la e-KZN. Izawuphatha futhi nationally nakuwo wonke ama-province nase-Western Cape.
Ukunqoba-ke kweqembu kuncike kakhulu emagatsheni ngokubumbana kwawo. Ube esenxusa-ke abalandeli beqembu kuba baphume ngobuningi bayogcwalisa inkundla iMoses Mabhida ngomgqibelo.
Ngomgqibelo-ke sithi masambeni ngobuningi bethu siyogcwalisa iMoses Mabhida. Sigcwalise iMoses Mabhida ishukume.
Ube wathi umkhankaso we-ANC ususezingeni futhi uyabonakala.
Elinye lamaqembu asanda kusungulwa i-Change Starts Now eliholwa uRoger Jardine lethule umqulu walo wezethembiso zokhetho eKliptown eSoweto.
Abalandeli beqembu bethamele ukwethula komqulu wezethembiso zokhetho eWalter Sisulu Square. Umholi we-Change Starts Now uRoger Jardine utshele ihlwe lezabalandeli ngalokho abazokubeka eqhulwini emaphuzwini alokho kwabazokwenza uma bengathatha izintambo kuhulumeni emva kokhetho.
Through these initiatives, we know that we can create up to 5 million new jobs and we can reduce unemployment by 37%. Over the course of the coming weeks and months, we will continue to talk to all stakeholders, experts and the wider public to refine this charter and to plot a new course for our country.
Uphinde wancenga nalabo abangomacapna kusale ngokuthi mababe ingxenye yokulungiswa kwezwe.
The rich in this country must make common cause with the poor in this country. The rich in this country cannot stand aside while we see this poverty. And so as we stand on the precipice of change, we are called to reimagine our nation's path forward.
Ubuholi beqembu buphinde badalula nokuthi sebusitholile nesiqiniseko esiqhamuka ku-IEC ngokuthi selibhaliswe ngokugcwele kukhomishana yezokhetho.
Ubuqhophololo lolunye lwenhlobo zolwaphulomthetho oluphambili elizweni kwaye lukhokele kwelona nani liphezulu labantu ababanjwayo. Okuke kudizwe inhloko yeHawks uAdvocate Godfrey Libeya ngethuba ebebambe iqonga lokunikezela ngeenkcukacha amanani zamatyala aphandwe licandelo kwisiqingatha sesithathu sonyakamali ka-2023 nonyakamali ka-2024 ePitoli.
Uphiko lwamaHawks lwethule izibalo zakamuva malungana nebanga eselihanjwe yilolu phiko uqinisekisa ukuthi abenzi bobubi babhekana nengalo yomthetho. Kulezi balo kuhlaluke ukuthi ukukhwabanisa kudla lubi njengoba bebecela emakhulini amathathu ababoshelwe lobugebengu. Inhloko yamaHawks iphinde yadalula ukuthi lolu phiko lubambisene nelokushaqwa kwempahla ku-NPA luthole imiyalelo yokushaqa impahla engabiza izigidi ezivile ema-36 zamarandi.
Fraud contributed to the highest number of convictions with a total number of 63 convictions. Precious metals and diamond is the second highest with a total number of 45 accused persons that were convicted.
Lo mbiko uphinde wadweba isithombe esingesihle ngezibalo zokubulawa kwamaphoyisa njengoba yengamashumi 20 abulewe ngalesikhathi sonyaka. Kusenjalo ungqongqoshe wamaphoyisa uBhekicele ugcizelele ubumqoka bokuvikelwa kwamaphoyisa kuleli.
Criminals have declared war against the police. They don't care whether a uniform or what or a hawks or what. They've declared war. So it's important that we understand that situation and we put an extra effort to protect one another, to protect yourself, but more than anything to protect the communities.
Iziphathimandla zithi ziqaphe ngesolokhozi ukushushumbiswa kwabantu kanye nabantu bokufika emingceleni yakuleli.
I-Anglo-American Platinum ibhekeze ukuba izagxotha abasebenzi abaku-3,700 njengenxalenye yesicwangciso sokunciphisa iindleko zenkampani.
Lolu hlelo lokudilizwa kwezisebenzi lethulwa ngoZibandlela wanyakenye kanti kulindeleke ukuthi lisize lenkampani yonke imali linganiselwa kumabhiliyoni amahlanu kusukela ngonyaka odlule.
Cost savings are expected to be realized through operational cost efficiencies, such as improved consumption of electricity, diesel, and other consumables, the implementation of our reviewed organizational structures, the review of contractor spend, and the optimization of studies, exploration, research and development costs.
Ngeshwa ke lokhu kuzoholela ekulahlekeni kwemisebenzi engaphezulu kwezinkulungwane 3. Iningizimu Afrika engenye yamazwe anesibalo esiphezulu sabantu abangasebenzi emhlabeni jikelele.
The proposed restructure is expected to impact approximately 3,700 employees, including fixed-term employees across our South African operations. This represents approximately 17% of our permanent employees. The majority of the employees impacted will be at Amandelbult, followed by our processing operations as a result of Mortimer being placed on care and maintenance.
Lenkampani sibophezele ekusebenziseni ibhiliyoni lamarandi ekuqeqesheni izisebenzi phinde ixhase umphakathi njengoba nawo usazijwayeza ukuphila ngaphansi kwalesi simo somnotho.
Mbukeli njengamanje ake siphosa amehlo ke sibone ukuthi kumi kanjani kwisimo sezulu. Siphinde sikwamukele mbukeli ekhaya Jikelele, sibonga kakhulu ukuthi ke usahlanganyele kanye nathi. Iqembu elibusayo iANC likwazile ukuhlangabezana nomnqamlajuqu wokuhlinzeka iqembu eliphikisayo ngokusemthethweni kuleli iDA ngama-minutes emhlangano yekomiti le-ANC elibhekele ukujuba amalungu aleli qembu ezikhundleni zokuphatha kuhulumeni. I-Democratic Alliance ke ikholwa ukuthi umgomo we-ANC wokujuba amalungu aleli qembu ezikhundleni yiwona waholela ekutheni kugwamandwe amandla ombuso, kudlanga inkohlakalo kanye nokungahlinzekwa komphakathi ngeyidingo nqangi ngendlela egculisayo. iDA idalule ukuthi isacubungu lemininingwane equkethwe ehlinzekwe ngayo iANC. Mbukeli ke njengamanje sizohlukanisa inhloko nesixhanti kulolu daba ngokuxhumana ngohlelo lweZoom nomhlaziyi wezombusazwe uSandile Swana. Mnumzana uSwana, sikubingelele sikwamukele la ekhaya Jikelele, sibonge kakhulu ngesikhathi sakho namhlanje kuseni.
Modweni kakhulu noxolo nababukeli bakho.
Sibonge baba uSwana. iANC ikhipha istatimende ithi ama-record eCADA deployment enawo asukela kunyaka u-2018 kanti ke ngapha iDA yona ifuna asukela ku-2013. Engabe iANC ikhuluma iqiniso?
Cha mama, akulona iqiniso ngoba kulama minutes esebewakhiphile ka-2018 ayakhombisa lapho ukuthi bekufanele baqinisekise ama-minutes eminyaka edlulile ngaphambili. Kusho ukuthi lo mhlangano wawenzeka ngo-2018 wawukhombisa ukuthi mhlawumbe ngo-2017 2016 kanjalo kwakuneminye imihlangano yayikhona kulo mhlangano bese bemkela lama-minutes abathi awekho kwanhlobo zange abekhona futhi ngaphambili.
Manje ngakanani amathuba ukuthi iDA ithole lokho ekufunayo kulama records futhi kuzokwenzekani uma ngabe mhlawumbe ingakutholi lokho ekufunayo?
Uma ngabe kwenzekile ukuthi iANC ayikwazanga ukuthi ikhiphe ama-minutes namanye ama-record aphelele, ngoba amanye ama-record aphelele ama-SMS, ama-WhatsApp nama-emails nako konke ukuxhumana phakathi kwamamemba ekomiti lawe ekhuluma ngalo msebenzi wabo njengoba beyi-deployment committee, ngoba ke noma ama-minutes anwathathanga ngenxa nje yokuthi kuyabonakala ama-SMS wenu ukuthi ayehamba kanjani, ukuthi cha sifuna unoxolwayo bayi-CEO yase-Trusted, sifuna uSandile abe u-CEO wase-Eskom kanjalo, nalapho iDA ingawuthola umkhondo ukuthi bekwenziwani la. Kodwa-ke uma ngabe vele bengawakhipha ama-minutes kukhona abazokhonjwa kuthiwe yibona-ke abadali balomkhonyovu bese beboshelwa lento ekuthiwa i-contempt of court or ukwadelela inkundla ephakamileyo.
Manje mangabe iANC ingathi nje cha kusukela ngo-2013 masiba nemhlangano ama-minutes besingawathathi sekungaba kuthiwani ke kulolo daba?
Kusho ukuthi ngayibeka njengalendlela yokuthi if kwamanye ama-minutes let's say la ka-2018 ubhale wena ngokwakho yi-ANC ukuthi wa-adopta noma wemukela ama-minutes wale minyaka othi bekungathathwa ngayo ama-minutes, wawamukelani, ubhaleleni la ukuthi wamukela lawo ma-minutes kanti wayengekho nje engathathi, ayengekho nje. Sibuye sikhumbule ukuthi la singama-South Africans la sikhona khona noma sisesontweni noma sisestokfeleni noma sisebholeni soccer club uthathwa ama-minutes, akhona ama-minutes. Abantu abamnyama, abantu bala eSouth Africa bathatha ama-minutes, ayikho into yokuthi abantu abathatha ama-minutes.
Manje ngokubona kwakho Mnumzana uSwana, kungani ke mhlawumbe bengawadaluli lama record asukela ku-2013 beveza nje kuphela kusukela ngonyaka u-2018?
Lama record ukusukela ngoJanuary 2013 ukuya ku-2018 lelo xesha apho uCyril Ramaphosa ibinguye uchairman we-deployment committee apho iANC ibikhetha uba emisebenzini ngobani abazofakwa kwimisebenzi yakwahulumende baphathe amandla. Kuthi kanti kwangaxeshanye abo bantu ngabo kanye aba ebebesenza lo mkhonyovu kuthiwa si-state capture beqhabanisa imali beseba imali zesizwe bebulala ne-infrastructure yesizwe, bebulala nje isizwe ngokubanzi, bekhethwa befakwa ezikhundleni nguRamaphosa uqobo eyi-deputy president kaZulu. Loo nto ke ngoku izawuveza into yoba idamage eninzi eyenzekileyo eSouth Africa yenziwe ngabantu abafakwe nguRamaphosa uqobo uba bayokwenza yona le damage. Yiyo loo nto ke i-ANC ibaleka nesali ingafuni ukukhupha inyala.
Manje mnumzana uSwana ke kunomthetho lapha we-Protection of Personal Information Act ongasetshenziswa i-ANC ukuthi phela ingadalulike amagama abathile kulama record. Engabe lokho kuzokwenza ukuthi i-DA ingawatholi lamagama abantu efuna ukubabona ukuthi ke bakhethwa kanjani ukuthi baphathe ekhulumeni?
I-ANC ayiyo yodwa eyaziyo i-Poppy Act le uthetha ngayo, ayiyo yodwa. Inkundla libinika isigwebo soba mayikhutshwe yonke le information ingabikho efihlwayo. Iyawazi lo mthetho lo. Inkundla khange ithi uba ngenxa yalo mthetho i-information mayingakhutshwa. Okwesibini, ngela xesha i-ANC bizama ukulwa elityala, khange ithi uba i-information engazuyikhupha ngenxa ye-Poppy Act. Umthetho wase-South Africa ke awuvumi ukuthi uthi xa sowugwetyiwe kube khona uza nesinye istory esitsha. Akunobakho necase ngaloo nto, icase ayizuqalela phansi ngaloo nto, icase igqityiwe ngoku, awuzuza nento entsha.
Manje i-Democratic Alliance engabe izama ukuzenza ukuthi ibukeke kahle nemphakathini noma nawo ayinawo umgomo noma ipolicy ye-cadre deployment?
Asiyibeke nje kanje lento yale cadre deployment. I-cadre deployment into eliwayo apha igama le-cadre deployment ligama nje elisetyenziswayo. Eyona nto iyingxaki apha kukuba imisebenzi ephaya kwarhulumente njengoba ube ngu-CEO mhlawumbi wase-Transnet okanye wase-Eskom okanye ube ngu-Director General of HOD njalo, yimisebenzi ekufuneka umuntu angene kuyo phansi indlela ongena ngayo, ungena ngokwe-constitution yase-South Africa. Futhi i-constitution ayivumi into yoba xa uzawufakwa kule misebenzi kufuneka uqala uyojoyina okanye uxhase i-political party ethile njenge-ANC. So la misebenzi ikho ngenxa ye-constitution yase-South Africa, yenzelwe umuntu wonke okwipolitiki nongekho kwipolitiki, as long uba umuntu ewufundela umsebenzi ene-experience equalifya. Ngoba ngoku into evelileyo pha kuba abantu abafana noBrian Molefe ngexesha bebekwa bayoba zii-CEO zakwa-Transnet wayengenguye oyena uqualified uba makungene yena, kwasikwa aba baqualified kwafakwa yena ecacile uba kaqualify yena ngokwakhe. uSiyabonga Gama naye wayengaqualify, yena ke wayengaqualify kwakuba ngaba yi-CEO. Altogether engenazo kuye egazini izakhono zoba angangumuntu ongaphatha umsebenzi, kodwa wafakwa ngamaqabane. So yonke ke loo nto yenza into yoba malungelo abantu basekuhlaleni oniwe ngenxa yoba kufakwa abantu abakhethiweyo kuba bekumbutho othile abangekho kulo mbutho bona bakhethelwe ecaleni. Loo nto ke kube yi-apartheid yona ngokwayo okanye le nto kuthiwa yi-job reservation. Yiyo ke ingxaki yale. So asithethi ngento yoba abantu be-DA okanye benkatho okanye be-EFF banethi-cadre deployment okanye abanasithi imisebenzi yaseburhulumenteni ephantsi kwe-constitution mayihambe ngokwe-constitution kuphela, ngoba ibhalwe kanjalo i-constitution uba awuzubandlululwa ngoba unemibono ethile yopolitiki okanye ukholelwa ngendlela ethile kuthina.
Manje mnumzana uSwana, ngiyayibuza lapho ukuthi uma ngabe i-Democratic Alliance ingakuthola lokho ekufunayo nangempela njengoba usho na ukuthi ithole ukuthi kunabantu ababekwe ekhundleni bengafanele ukuthi ngabe bakhona, engabe iziphi izinyathelo engayithatha emva kalokho siwatholele kama-records, ayasho kama-record ayavumelana nalokho ekucabangayo nalokho ekusolayo, iziphi izinyathelo engayithatha emva kwalokho?
Kaloku ke ngoku nabani na ofunyenwe enento ayiphetheyo ebekumele uba akayifumananga semthethweni kuyanyanzeleka uba loo nto ixuthwe kuye akhulume. Abo banintsi abantu esibaziyo abasemisebenzini ebekumele ba abekho kuyo ekufuneka bekhutshiwe ngoba ngabo ebenza umonakalo omkhulu ne-damage kwisizwe sase-South Africa besandisa indlala ngoba bengakwazi ukwenza umsebenzi. Ngoku kunyanzelekile into yoba kuqalwe iphulo okanye umkhankaso wokuba abo bantu ngamnye akhutshwe emsebenzini agxothwe kuba ufumene ngondlela mnyama lo msebenzi efakwa i-deployment committee kaCyril Ramaphosa.
Hayi sibonga kakhulu ke mnumzana uSwana ngesikhathi sakho namhlanje kuseni nje nanokuthi nje ke usinkankanyele usihlaziyele mayelana nalolu daba sikufisele nje usuku oluhle.
Bamba ngazibini enkosi.
Mbukelilo wake bekungumhlaziyi wezombusazwe uSandile Swana obesicacisela kabanzi malungana nodaba olusematheni kwezombusazwe lapho khona iAfrican National Congress ihlinzeke iDemocratic Alliance ngemqulu yekomidi elibhekele ukujutshwa kwamalunga leli qembu ezikhundleni zokuphatha kuhulumeni. Njengamanje ke mbukiso nje ke qunga seyitolo sibuye nje emva komzuzwana. Siphinde sikwamukele embukeli Ekhaya Jikelele ake singene ezindabeni zezemidlalo. Umqeqeshi wabanyana uDesiree Ellis uthi ezakhe seyishoda nje ngokuyibekisela indawo emidlalweni wama-Olympics ozobanjelwa eParis. Ibanyana isenkanjini ilungiselela umdlalo wayo wokuhlungela lo mqhudelwano lapho ke izobhekana khona nelaseTanzania ngolwesihlanu ebusuku.
Abadlali abagijima kubanyana njengamanje benza kahle kule minyaka. Ngo-2022 ibanyana yanqoba isicoco sayo sokuqala sezwekazi futhi yakwazi ukuhlungela umqhudelwano wendebe yomhlaba okwesibili kulandelana. Leli qembu laqopha umlando ngenkathi liquqisa i-Italy ekleliswe phezulu. uDesiree Ellis ocija leli qembu uthi into elifunayo manje iqembu ukuthi lihlungele imidlalo yama-Olympics.
We have one goal, and that is to get to the Olympics, but it's all about this one game. We're not going to look any further ahead than that, otherwise we'll lose focus of the task at hand.
Ibanyana yagcina ukuhlungela owama-Olympics ngo-2016 kanti umengameli weSAFA uDenny Jordan uvumile ukuthi lizothola kanzima ilakuleli uma seligadlulisana neTanzania.
It's going to be a difficult game, but we believe in this team. This team has shown over a period of time that they can produce when the pressure is on.
Umlenze wesibili uzodlalelwa enkundleni iMbombela eMpumalanga.
Supporters of Banyana not only in Johannesburg, having consulted with the coach, it's also about the conditions. We need to ensure that the conditions also can favor our team other than a team coming from Dar es Salaam that is closer to the coast.
Ukapteni weqembu Refilo Jan ngeke ahambe neqembu ngenxa yokulimala kwakhe. Leli qembu lizobe liholwa nguThembi Khadlana kanti futhi kuzobe kukhona nabanye abadlali abane abazinze phesheya kwelwandle.
Kwezebhola lombhoxo iqembu lakuleli iRugby Sevens iBlitzboks limisele ukuqeda ishobolo lokungenzi kahle emidlalweni ewuchungechunge yomqhudelwano weWorld Rugby Sevens kulamasizini ambalwa edlule. Sikhuluma nje iBlitzboks isithelekile eVancouver eCanada lapho iyoqala khona umkhankaso wayo wokubuyisa izinsuku zenjabulo kulomqhudelwano.
iVancouver izobuhamba losini kumdlalo wama-Sevens futhi uzophinda uhlole ukuthi abadlali bayakwazi ukuhlela uhambo kanti ukudlala ukujwayela isimo sezulu kanye nesikhathi kubaluleke kakhulu.
The vibe was good. I mean, I think it was 30 hours in travel time. So yeah, we just got here. The guys are a bit fatigued. The jet lag will eat us later. But yeah, I think the Spurs is good.
Umqeqeshi wama-Sevens uSandile Ngcobo uqinisa iqembu ngabanye abadlali.
Once you get left out of the team, you think a lot of stuff, but initially you realize that you actually your body actually needed, your mind needed, and it actually motivates you more to not get left out. But there was a reason because the tournaments are so on top of each other. There was a reason to rest some of the guys. So yeah, but you still think a lot. But for me, I think I'm happy that I was rested. Happy to be back, and looking excited to come on with some fresh energy.
iBlitzboks kumele izilungiselele iVancouver kanye neLos Angeles ngesonto elilandelayo. Leli qembu lihlala endaweni yesine kanti libambene ngamaphuzu neIreland.
Kanti ke iqela loMzantsi Afrika libuyile ukhuphiswano lwehlabathi le-Aquatics eDoha eQatar ngenjikalanga yayizolo. Inyaka kuphela ke indadi ekwazileyo igqibezela iqonga lobuntshatsheli, kodwa ke abaphantsi beqela banelisekile inkqubela yembaleki phambi kwemidlalo ye-Olimpiki eParis ngoJulayi nango-August.
You've got to look at two things. You've got to look at obviously the podium performances, and you also have to look at the depth of the team. So from a depth of the team perspective, this is a good competition for us, and the young athletes are stepping up, so that's a very good sign. One of them broke the South African record, a very young lady of 19 years old, which is good. Tala Yonka broke the backstroke record, and Erin broke the Africa record in the 100 butterfly. So that was also good. So the results were mixed, but overall it's more positive than negative.
The mental side was probably the most important part. Like as I said, going into the 100, I just wanted to win. So I was just thinking, this is the moment. I'm getting my hand on the wall first. And that resulted in me forcing it a little bit. So my body was more tightened up, and I went out the first 50 just 0.3 slower than I did in the semi-final while trying way harder. So that really taught me, and I've learned this lesson before, but I've had to learn it again now. So I need to let it happen more and trust my body, because that's what I do every single day. So thinking too much can negatively affect or impact that.
Mbukeli ke asiphinde sithi siqunje ngaseyitolo emva komzuzwana sizobe sesibuya.
Sibambe ngazibini mbukeli ngokuba usahleli nathi. Omnye ke imibutho emitsha zepolitiko kweli lizwe iRise Mzansi ifumene inkxaso-mali yezigidi ezili-15 zeerandi kuRebecca Oppenheimer, ongumzukulwana ke wesihlalo wenkampani yakwa-DBS uHarry Oppenheimer. Bukeli ke namhlanje sithemba ke sijonge ukuba yintoni kanye eyenza usomashishini baxhase imibutho yezopolitiko ngemali engaka. Bafuna ukuxhamla ngantoni? Ngaba mhlambe kukho inkqubo ezilandelwayo ukujonga ubudlelwane phakathi komxhasi kunye nomxhaswa uqinisekisa ukuba akukho mkhonyovu koku. Kuxovula ngakumbi ke lo mba ngoku sizawunxibelana nomhlalutyi wezopolitiko uNjikelele Jikelele Breakfast. Jikelele Breakfast, masikubulise ngalentsasa, sibambe ngazibini ngexesha lakho.
Ndizibusile komsasazi.
Hey umba we-Rise Mzansi udale isankxwe ingaba mhlambe singayiqhobela izandla lento yenziwe yi-Rise Mzansi njengoko idize kuba ifumane inkxaso-mali yezigidi zerandi kwa-Oppenheimer?
Well, ipolicy iyabaforsa uba ngaba ithi ipolicy if ufumene imali I think above i-threshold ethile funeke udisclose uchaze. So le mali bayifumeneyo i-above low threshold. So it's not like le nto bayenzileyo yi-expression of i-honesty okanye into that stands out. Yabona in any case ipolicy yabaforce bangaba mabachaze bangaba imali abayifumeneyo. Now then the question is ithi ukuthini into yofumana imali from inkampani ezinkulu and why zikhupha imali? I-politics zicontrolwa yi-economy. I-politics zi-money driven. Even kwezinye i-countries like in the US soze uwine i-elections if awuna backing of i-market forces okanye i-business. But kwi-politics imali ayikhutshwa just for fun kanye kuthiwa akukho free lunch. Imali you know there's this saying that says he who pays the piper calls the tune.
Yo.
Umuntu okhupha imali uba ne-say bangaba makuthina. So I'm not convinced that i-private sector is giving away imali to strengthen i-democracy okanye to consolidate i-democracy. I'm not gullible to believe that. I think in that there is more to learn that meets the eye because I mean it's good to have political parties as names because yenza bakube political competition, but can you blame umntu othi le political party in question in the light of le mali ifumeneyo yi-brainchild of le nkampani ka-Oppenheimer? I'm not saying that is the case, but if no question arises uzamblame lo mntu lo ubuza lo question. But at the same time also I sympathize with them because they might argue and say in terms of the kitty which is available to fund political parties as in parliament, bona abakwazi uba funded from la mali because abakho in parliament already, therefore bayinida imali. But I think that will be interesting is that hypothetically if Mzansi Rise Mzansi comes to power and then ends a business with le nkampani, and then I think abantu maybe might be able to add dots.
Yeah. Njengusitsho njengalazi into yokubana you know phakathi komthetho we-Political Funding Act uyatsho into yokubana amaqela ezopolitiko funeke bachaze imali abayifumeneyo yomnukelo kusukela phaa ku-100,000 ukunyuka kwezi zigidi. Ndiyafuna uqonda into yobana mhlawumbe yintoni ubungozi bongaxeli ukuba ufumana inkxaso-mali koosomashishini njengeqela use uyinika sithi okanye uyifunjathise uthi ulithi cwaka, ubungozi baloo nto yintoni?
Then you are breaking the law, Carlo. I mean, it means that you are not honest. What are you hiding? And this legislation, are you a brainchild of the political parties? Nor is it a brainchild of the ANC in particular. You brainchild of the civil society. And the democracy, among other things, is about transparency. I think it's good, but okay, a political party. Because now I'm going to listen to Rise Mzansi in relation to policy positions. But okay, Rise Mzansi, we are supporting the deal, we are supporting the deal. Is it because of imali ayifumeneyo? Yeah, I think in beka kuposition right. Nabanye abantu abazi voters bangaba bavotele bana. I'm not saying that abano votela ipathetile. I believe, I mean, Rise Mzansi, I think bazafumana seats, even though kwenzeke lento le. And I don't think that it's the only political party fumana imali ekle threshold substantial ehlobo.
Ayingowokuqala umbutho ingakumbi esuka pha ku-Oppenheim uyawukhumbula into yokubana ne-Action SA yafumana inkxaso-mali esuka kuyo le family. Umbuzo omninzi okanye into ekhanqisa abantu abaninzi into yobana yintoni mhlawumbe ekhuthaza oosomashishini ukuba baxhasa amaqela ezopolitiko yaye yintoni abanokuyizuza njengoku sitsho into yokubana kukho mhlawumbi umntu ongathi ina nje just kodwa ikhona into kwaye ndiyafuna uqonda into yobana uba ngaba lo mntu lowo okanye lo somashishini kuba uzawuqaphela ubukhulu becala lo mntu lowo usisinana akanokwazi mhlawumbi into yokubana abe nefuthe kwi-decision making xa kuhleli phantsi kusenza isigqibo athi makwenzeke oku.
Mna msasazi, it's like mna akho mntu nothi from nowhere athi hayi nansi imali is just to appreciate the contribution yakho to a public debate. Zawuyazi bangaba no ayikho into lo mntu lo ufuna uncontrol xa ufuna uinfluencer the way enthetha ngayo.
Yeah.
Because if you are saying that bangaba uyenza lento because u appreciate mna kwathi why ungayinika abantu abaphuwa nje in the same way why ezi companies zinganiki abantu abaphuwa for development. So I don't think that imali ikhutshwa nje mna just to support democracy kwathini ikhutshwa to influence policies ezithile. Because eza political parties zizawucinga before zithethe but next time xa kuzabakho elections asizofumana imali efisela lena le. So I mean you know kukho okay umzekelo if you listen to DA there's nothing wrong about lento le. Policies that DA is aligned to the private sector. That's why even during the COVID they were arguing about makuliftwe as a regulation so that if business ikwazi to flourish. It's because they know but if funders are go. So the purpose of giving away Mali is to influence the policy direction of a party, not because of supporting democracy. I don't believe that.
Ngelama kumsha uthi he who pays the piper calls the tune. Kuba xa unikeza imali ikhona into nawo ufuna ukuyizuza. Kuba kule nto ithethayo wena Solwazi kukhona othe waveza uluvo lwakhe sisho into yokubana ngenene nangenyaniso for sure ikhona into abazoyizuza kuba kuthe xa kuvela into yokubana iOppenheimer ihlanganyele nayiSirayeli uthi sibone ithule ecwaka iRights Mzansi zange ikhalime iSirayeli ngesenzo nakubeni uMzantsi Afrika ebebetha ngawomani into yokubana siyayikhaba into yakwaSirayeli. Ndiyafuna uqonda ke ngoku Solwazi into yobana yintoni yenza ukuba usomashishini bona bangafuni kwa ukuchazwa ukuba baxhasa imibutho yezopolitiko.
I think because kaloku government comes and goes. So if Oppenheimer, DBS, whatever company supports government then no government is voted out of power. If in public, that's why when they give money, they give to different political parties proportionally. But they give to parties as in line with the thinking yabo in terms of policy posture, especially in policies as the advocate as the political parties for the environment a friendly for a business to flourish. Like umzekelo EDA supports the deregulation of the market. They support the relaxation of labor laws. Obviously, if you speak that language of money man, because the policies is in line with the business as. So that's why in companies they give money to political parties, not to one political party, but to different political parties.
You know Prof ndiyazibuza into bangaba mhlambe ubangaba eli okanye iOppenheimer bazawunikezela ngamali ngenjongo zabo bafalfile eyabi agenda ingaba mhlambe ke ngokumbutho uzawukwazi ufezekisa imandate yabo that is ukujonga uluntu xa funeke ngapha bepursue ipolitical affairs zalo family leyo kwaye ndiyafuna uqonda Prof into kubana ucinga ukuba iziko leIEC inganayo mhlambe imigaqo eyomeleleyo enokuthintela nabuphina ubuqhophololo obunokuthi buvele bavele ngenxa yenkxaso yemibutho yezopolitiko okanye beze nendlela yokuba mhlawumbe nansi imali ekumele ukuthi nyayinikezwa liliqela intoni mhlawumbe bangathi bayenza uqinisekisa into yokubana banemithetho engqongqo ukwenzela into yokubana kungabikho ubuqhophololo.
Well, some people are saying that maybe makubekho i-fund for zonke i-political parties including ezingeka participate kwi-elections because zona shem azifumani like i-rise mzansi. That's why I said to you earlier on, but they can make an argument that bangaba bazayifumana phi imali because ke the reality ke to win elections you have to have imali. You cannot win elections out of a message a good. If you want to travel from Ekhaya to Cape Town to Joburg, funeka ube nemali. Funeka ukhethe i-flight, funeka ube ne-accommodation. So you need imali. The reality le. But ke ngoku maybe funeka kubekho le kitty izawumanejwa noba ngeyiphi lo institution for political parties both ezingeka be in government okanye eparlamente nezingeka nesele zipha so bangaba zikwazi because imali iIEC eyinikezelayo imali for political parties eseparlamente qha not ezingekho parliament of which it excludes ke ngoku uRise Mzansi. I hope andikuphendulile i-question yakho.
Hayi caceca. Enkosi kakhulu ngexesha lakho njengalwazi sibulela kakhulu ngokuba usihlalutyele siyathemba into yokubana uzoba nosuku oluhle kakhulu. Enkosi lo ke mbukeli besetha naye nguye unjingalwazi intsikelelo breakfast ingcali ke kwezopolitiko besetha naye malunga nenkxaso mali kaRebecca Oppenheimer yeqela lezopolitiko iRise Mzansi. Dale isanxeke lento mbukeli kumakhasi onxibelelwano kwaye ke apha ekhaya jikelele singathanda ukuva uluvo lwakho apha ekhaya into yokubana wena ingaba luthini uluvo lwakho. Masiqhubeke sibhatala amatyala sizawungena ke kwiyure yethu yesibini yenkqubo ungagungqi.